Okay, hello everyone. I am here with Pepino Man, and we are collaborating. What the heck are we collaborating on again, Pepino Man?
It's a brouhaha collaboration video response, which I think is might be a first that I can remember.
And so we did zero pre-planning, zero. Like like I know we're brothers because I grew up in some poor Hispanic neighborhoods. So
Yeah, this is
um,
unplanned, so if it doesn't go well, I'll have to take Plan B tomorrow.
that's right. Yeah, I mean we could always start over, but we're going totally unplanned. Uh, there's a card that connects us. We haven't even talked about what that card is, but I bet you we could both show the card and maybe get lucky. But before we do, I was going to ask, do you mind if I do your try to do your intro, attempt to do your intro?
No, not at all.
And then at the end, if you want, you could always, do my outro about I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time if you want.
Sure.
All right, so I'll give it a shot here. I got all this glare with my glasses. I can look down, look up, or take them off. But if the glare gets too annoying, just let me know.
No, not a problem.
Yo, yo, yo! What is up, my fallopian tubers? Cesario from the Vario coming back at you with another video for your butt!
That was perfect, man. I thought I don't know if I was watching myself or what was going on here. I got confused.
I knew we were brothers. All my friends are jealous, no doubt, that I'm collaborating with you. I feel like I'm meeting Elvis or something. This is awesome.
Well, when I first saw the contest, I right away thought of you because you're always calling me my brother for having the same card. I don't want to say it yet, but what it is, I gotta get it out real quick too. Where are you?
Oh.
Where are you?
No worries. I'm going to put mine in the frame
Okay.
because we are. Remember when we were framed together? That's just how close we are. Remember who framed us?
Roger Rabbit.
Double D vintage baseball cards.
Yeah.
You won the frame because I think you surfed in your swimming pool or attempted to, and I won. You won because your video was really good. Yeah, and I won because I got lucky on the random wheel. So,
Yeah, I got an honorable frame.
but yeah, you earned yours. I just got lucky. All right, shall we show it on the? I've got mine in the special frame, by the way.
Oh, do you? Let me put mine in there. It'll be real quick. Wow, that's even more. You know.
Yes, indeed. I mean, if we're not winners, I don't know who is. This is going to be hilarious if we're not showing the same card.
All right, you ready?
Three, two, one, show.
Why? No!
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Now, in fairness, this was my 1B. I thought this would be the 1A because that's your favorite card, I
It is
believe,
my
and then
favorite card,
this would
but
be the 1B.
yeah, because well, we both had this one graded, so
Okay. Well, in my mind, I had us as hobby brothers for this card as well as the 56 top. So
yeah. What
let me
grade
get
is
this in
your
the front.
what grade is
Sorry.
your 56?
My 56 is a 5.
Ooh, that's pretty high.
And and I'll tell you how that came about. Um, I was surfing the YouTubes, as I like to call it. This was back in like 2020. It really didn't have anything to do with the pandemic, but I was surfing the YouTubes and I ran across talking ball cards, paparazzi,
Yeah.
and he was showing some 56 tops.
Twinsing,
Sweet.
twinsing.
He was showing some 56 tops on his channel, and I thought, oh, these are kind of cool, you know. And I had never collected baseball cards. I'd collected some basketball, a little bit of football, never any baseball, and I was really much more into coins. And he showed the backs, and I thought, oh, those cartoons are so glorious. You know, I think I'm going to get one of those. And knowing literally nothing, I had hardly ever even watched any baseball except an occasional World Series game. I got online. I was like, well, I wonder who the Hall of Famers are. I knew that. And I got just an inexpensive Hall of Famer, Hoyt Wilhelm. And I thought, well, I'm done collecting vintage baseball cards. I have one. I'm happy. I really thought that. I have since given that one away to Vintage Cards Steve, which I'm glad I did because he really likes Hoyt Wilhelm. And so then a couple days passed after that. This was back in, again, 2020. And I had this sinking feeling in my gut, Pepino Man, because I thought, oh no, I want the Mantle out of that set. Somehow I knew, I didn't know a lot, but I knew, you know, Mantle was like the king. And it was a sinking feeling because it's like, that's going to be really expensive. So, you know, that's going to take money away from my coin hobby. So, and at that time I was really picky about condition. I had never collected anything vintage, which is precisely why I came up with something that's sharp but off center. And anyway, so I bought it, and then I thought I was done, but as the story goes, I was not. But here's the cool thing: I sold one of my Shaq rookies that I had paid somewhere between 75 and 90 bucks for. I don't remember. And I sold it for 1,225 bucks, and then there were fees. But that paid for the vast majority of this. And since that time, this is probably nearly doubled in value, and that Shack has went down to like a fourth of what I sold it for. So, you know, I got really lucky there, and I still have one of those Shack rookies. So,
I mean, you had pretty good timing saying that you bought it in 2020 because I mean, 2020 is going to be known as the card boom, basically. I mean, everything boomed, but vintage really lagged behind because it was mostly newer people collecting, so the modern cards are just going crazy. And it seemed like none of the newer influencers or instant influencers, they weren't into vintage. They had no interest in vintage, so it wasn't getting pumped. So vintage stayed low. You know what I mean? So if you got, there's quite a few cards that I got like right before the boom that, like, I've never in my life paid over $1,000 for a card, but since the boom, I have quite a few comma cards now. Because of it.
yeah.
But
So,
that Beam
what's
Team
that?
is a cool card. Is that what you got rid of? Was it a Shaq Beam Team too, or you still have that
Yes,
one?
I had three beam teams. Two were
Oh,
PSA
wow.
nines that I had paid years ago, either 75 or 90 bucks. I forget which I paid for which. So I sold both of those, you know, for a big profit. One I had raw. I sent to SGC. It came back a 9.5. I still have that one, so that's cool. And I had paid 50 bucks for that one raw and sent it in for their 10 bucks plus shipping, whatever. So hey, I wanted to say about your name. I'm exposing my ignorance or something. So I was like, as I was watching your videos, you know, and I started to get active in the community, I'm like, I wonder what this guy's name is. I wonder what this guy's name is. And then eventually somebody said your name was Caesar. I'm like, all right, it's Caesar. And then it hit me not that long ago. And I said, Adam, you are such a fool. He starts every video, Cesario from the Barrio. He's telling you that you can call him Cesario. and it went right over your head, man. What do
Yeah.
you prefer to be called?
Oh, Caesar. I go by Caesar.
Caesar. Okay.
Yeah, the Cesario thing actually comes. I had a couple of friends in high school. There was a song. There was a song, a rap song. Um, and I started becoming really close friends with my friend Mario. And there's a song by Cypress Hill where one of the lyrics is Cesario from Barrio to Barrio, Cesario hanging out with Mario. So every time my friends would see me, they're always saying, "Hey, Cesario, Cesario hanging out with Mario." So, so a lot of people call me Cesario because of that song, you know?
Okay. All right. Well, I want to call you what you know, want to be called. So I'm happy to call you Caesar.
Oh yeah, that's my middle name. I mean, a funny thing. I mean, you're not alone in getting my name wrong. In 2019, Filmington, he was having a contest to win a paid airline trip and hotel to the National. All right, and some other guy won, but he said like, well, I just got a new job and I can't get time off, so you could give it to Pepino Man. You know, so Filmington like get me, hey, what's his face? Is giving you the prize, so I'm gonna buy you a ticket to Chicago and get you a hotel room. And I was like, oh, sweet, nice, cool. And he put the ticket name under Caesar Carbajal, my name. And then I told him, wait, well, you know, because when you fly, it's got to be by your name on your ID. I said my first name is Julio, and so I had saved up $500 to take to the National, and it cost me almost $300 to change the name of the ticket from Caesar to Julio.
I remember you telling that story. I wouldn't have remembered it if you had not shared it again, but I remember it on one of your videos.
Yeah, that
Hey,
just took a big chunk out of my budget, like that I was taking. I was like, whoa, like I couldn't believe that it's $300 just to change your name. You know, that's pretty outrageous.
no kidding. Hey, I've got a question for you. And it's okay. I'm just curious. It's okay if you say, yeah, I saw it, I didn't like it, or I did not see it. But I made a video for you. I think it was about 5 months ago, but I'd have to check. It was a tribute to you where after you had made a video that was out there a little bit and made a reference to squirting grandmas. And so I made a video like I was your PR
Yeah,
representative, and
I
I was
remember that.
basically trying to, make you look good, clean up your public image. Did you happen to see that one?
Oh yeah, I saw it. I don't know if I commented. You know, a lot of times I watch videos in my car while I'm driving, and when I watch a bunch of short videos, I forget like to go back and comment on them when I get to work. But yeah, that was great. I remember you were very professional. You kept going back and forth. But
Awesome.
yeah, I remember that was great. I remember the video that I made too, like stuck the
I
squirting
just
gravel. That was funny.
yeah, I just wanted you to. I was hoping you'd see it, whether you were like, I think this is really cool, or whether you were like, I don't even care for it, or it's mediocre, or
Oh no, that
whatever.
was
Uh,
awesome.
cool, cool. I want to make sure I don't miss anything here. Let's see. Um,
Are,
oh, so do you want me to go ahead and I'll post this on my channel, or did you want a copy to post? Whatever
No,
you want to do is.
you could post it on your channel and just tag me, put at Pepino Man or whatever, however it works. Are you going to the National?
Yes, I will be there.
Sweet, man. Hopefully I'm gonna go this year too.
Well, if
Actually,
you go ahead.
like I've been telling people I'm gonna try to start saving money. Well, I wasn't well, like right now, uh at the 7-Eleven, I gave this lady $52 kind of by accident, thinking it was a good deed. Now I'm not so sure if it was a good deed. I was at the 7-Eleven, and this elderly lady, really elderly, she had a little bag, like the lady had already bagged her stuff. And it was a little bag. So I was thinking, what does she have in her? Chips and a soda or something? And her card kept getting declined and she kept trying and trying. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'll pay for it. I'll pay for whatever she has, and so the lady charged me and it was like $52 and some change. And I was like, whoa, what does she have in there? She was buying 4 packs of cigarettes. They came out to like over $50. Like, oh man, that was unexpected. And I'm buying her cigarettes. So I don't know if it was a good deed or not. But
Well,
that's
your heart was in the right place. So,
right. Because I was actually gonna go back to my LCS or my old LCS. I've been making these rounds, and they had when I went last week, they had 2 cards that I wanted to buy, and I ended up buying the maze. And they had another card, Yastrzemski, that kind of has some meaning to me that I want to get, but I figured I think the maze will probably sell first before the Yastrzemski, so I'll get the maze, and when I get my Dodger check next week, I'm gonna go back and get the Yastrzemski, which is what I had right now. So there goes my money to get the Yastrzemski, but hopefully I'll still get it. But oh well, yeah, exactly. It's like, wow, I really thought I was doing something good. Now I'm not so sure.
yeah, There was somebody in like through the neighborhood website or whatever, and they were looking for an air conditioner, and it was really hot a few years ago, and they were like, we just want to borrow something, whatever. So my wife Yolanda and I, we talked about it and said, hey, why don't we just buy them an air conditioner, because we have the means to do so. So tried to kind of discreetly reach out and say, hey, could we buy you an air conditioner? And that kind of went a little bit south. Hey, I was thinking about naming this episode. I should run it by you before I name it. Pepino Man seeks refuge and absolution in the vintage sanctuary. What do you think?
Oh, that's a great name. It's that's kind of a long but very detailed name.
For
I
a
look at
thumbnail, I'll probably just go ahead.
so I was gonna make a video of this later, but I'll break you here right now of a card pickup, and this is like a big milestone because you listen to baseball, Mike Baseball Collector.
Yes,
He always says never pay sticker, and he came over here to L.A. a couple weeks ago, and we went to the Burbank card show and stuff. And he kept telling me, I'll never pay sticker, never pay sticker. And I always do. I tell him, man, I tried it one time after you said never pay sticker. And it was a card for $100, one of my Ted Williams. They had it for $100. And he says, just ask him for 90. And I said, hey, well, can I get it for 90? And the guy said, no. And I was like, oh, okay. And I whimpered away, I was like, I'm never going to do that again. But yesterday, I went to my new LCS by me after I got my Dodger check, and they had this Stan Musial card for 70, and I just said, can I get that for 60? And he said yes. And so this is my first time getting a bargain that I didn't pay sticker price for. And as you can see, it's red, white, and blue. Nice Stan Musial Stan. The man, I know you collect Stan Musial. You have some very sweet Stan Musials, actually. But this is number 7 out of 10.
Sweet.
So, sweet.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and you know what I got to do when I get a relic is I got to lick the DNA.
This was first licked. This was first licked in the vintage sanctuary. Yes. A lot of firsts here.
And with newer cards, a lot of times you can find out when they wore it and stuff like that. So this is going to be a total mystery. Like back in the days, they didn't get like a new uniform for like every game, or every week like they do nowadays. They wear the same uniform for a long time. So I was like, I wonder, when I watch footage of Stan Musial, I was like, that could be the relic that I have, Man, this is badass, Stan Musial. I was actually on a stream with Splendid Sports Cards, and I was telling them, man, after I was watching a bunch of guys, everybody showing off Stan Musial, and I said, you know what? I don't have a single Stan Musial card. What's going on with that? And then I remember, wait, in my 1958 set, there's the Stan Musial, his very first Topps card. But I was telling him, I was like, yeah, sometimes I don't. That's part of my binder PC. I want a PC card that's just part of a Stan Musial single. You know what I mean? Not part of the set. But man, this is awesome. I'm really digging this purchase.
That is sweet. And congrats on the bargain. I got to tell you a quick story. So my late father-in-law, he's been gone for some time now, but when he was alive, one of his life rules was never to pay sticker price. Now, I'm sure he'd go to the grocery store and just pay the prices, but like if he was buying a car or a house or anything big, never pay sticker price. So my wife and I were newly married. This was like 1988, and they were helping us by giving us a pretty good down payment on this 1988 Toyota Tercel. It was just the base model. So the sticker price, the manufacturer suggested retail price, I think was like $74.99. And so he said to the salesperson, would you take $6,000? Well, I got to go talk to the manager. So he goes and talks to the manager, and we look out in the lot. They were having a sale that weekend. So they put $59.72 in the window of one of the cars. He had just offered $28 over sticker price for something. or over the, you know, advertised price. And you should have seen the look on his face. And the guy came back, he said, we cannot take 6,000. And we're like, well, what about that? That's one out there for 59.72. He's like, oh, that, well, we got one of those out there, you know, to bring people in for this weekend type thing. I'm like, well, we'll take that one. But yeah, I just loved it. He broke his cardinal rule never to pay the sticker price, offered more than the price in the car window.
But yeah, that was totally situational, right?
True, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, man. It's just not in me. I don't know. I just never done that, so it's a hard habit to break. And like I said, after watching one of Mike's videos, and so is also Blue Rock TV. He's always telling me never pay sticker price, always haggle, you know, always do this. And when I told them, I go, man, I made a video and I said, man, I saw this Tay Williams for $100. I really want it, but I only have like $80, man. Like, you know, so I'm gonna wait till I get paid. And everybody was like commenting, no, man, go over there, make them an offer, get that card. And I said, all right, I'm gonna go tomorrow. I went the next day, got turned down, and I was like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, my philosophy, for what it's worth, is, I mean, I will pay sticker price. I will generally ask for a discount, but there have been buy it nows on eBay where it also had a best offer feature, but I really liked the card. I really liked the price. I did not think it was going to last a long time. So I either bought it at their price or I made a best offer, but I only waited 10 or 15 minutes and then just bought the thing. So to me, it all depends. If it's, you know, if I think it's priced on the high side, I'll make an offer, or I'll just make an offer to see if I can get it for less. But I will absolutely pay sticker price, especially like if one of my hobby friends offered me something and they offered it at a fair price, then I would either say, yeah, I'll take it at that price, or I'd say, well, I'm really not interested, but thanks for the offer. So that's me.
Well, I mean, what ended up happening with that Tay Williams, I waited till I got my next paycheck, and I went back, and it was 120. So I ended up paying $20 more than it was the week before.
Oh, oh, yeah. Well, I would love to, I want to be, you know, sensitive to people's time, both your time and people that would be watching our video, because I think we're up over 22 minutes now. So
Yeah.
I will give you, if I will give you the last word. You could do my outro if you want, or anything else you want to say or talk about. I will give you the last word, my friend.
Oh man, I just totally forgot it right now. Man, what is it? Thank you, and
Oh, that's okay.
the people for visiting the Vintage Sanctuary.
It's all good. It's I hope you had a wonderful and
Hope
peaceful
you had a
time in the Vintage Sanctuary.
hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the Vintage Sanctuary. You know what? I always think about you every time I come in my room, honestly, because where is this hand statue? Okay, right here. You know, because I grew up, you know, my mom took me to church all the time, and a couple years ago, like, this is what she gave me for Christmas. Like, this was my Christmas present, you know.
Oh, cool.
So I've had it. I have it right here in my room next to my table. And
Oh,
every time
wow.
I come in here, you know, this reminds me of the Vintage Sanctuary, you know. So
I am
honestly,
honored.
you always come into my head when I come into my room when I see this, because it's just right here next to me.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And I am so honored. Thank you, Caesar, for thinking of me.
No problem, man. So okay, so this was for the brouhaha, which was uh Eddie's Chaos Cardboard, Reindeer Studios, 4-leaf, and Brent Black. His I forgot his new name. He's a TTMer. Me and that dude Brent Black, we go back and forth because I work at USC and he's a Notre Dame fan and he hates USC. So anytime I post something with USC, he always gives me a bad comment.
Okay, well, if you wanted to do, I guess you kind of did it, but if you want to do my outro one more time, I'll end our recording.
Yes, okay. See if I remember it again.
No worries.
Hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time at the Vintage Sanctuary. I don't think wonderful was the right word.
No, that's it. That's
Peaceful,
it.
wonderful. Okay. All right, so there we go, guys. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed this this little chat we had. It was great talking to you, Adam. It was awesome. Hope we can do this again. All right. So we're done.
Okay, I'll end the recording now.
No, I mean we can say goodbye.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Later.
Goodbye, everybody.